Hello everyone. So after so many days we are back again, and from now onwards we will continue this series. And today is 30th of November, so we are going to see all of the important questions for the day. But before that, if you want to get PDF of all these videos, you can join us on Telegram by writing the channel's name Students Point. You can also follow us on Instagram by writing the username The Students Point. And if you will find this video useful after watching it, then don't forget to like the video and do share the video with the friends and loved ones. Also, don't forget to press the subscribe button and the bell icon to receive the notification at the earliest, so that you never miss any opportunity to learn and grow every day. Now let's begin. But here is a question for the day, and everyone has to answer this question in the comment section. The question is: recently, the Rodchenkov Act has been passed by. So these are the options. Read the options carefully and then answer it. Let's see how many of you can answer it after so many days. Let's begin now. The first question: India will construct Sahtoot Dam in which country? So India will construct this dam called Sahtoot Dam in Afghanistan. So here D is the right answer. India has already constructed a dam in Afghanistan called as Salma Dam, and now India will assist Afghanistan in constructing this dam as well. This dam is being built over or across Maidan River, which is a tributary of River Kabul in Afghanistan. This is very important fact, that this Sahtoot Dam is being built across Maidan River. The cost of this project is estimated at 305 million US dollar. In present time, Doha Accord and the peace talks between Taliban and the Kabul-led government is ongoing in Doha, which is in Qatar. So we have to keep watching on the developments of Doha round or Doha talks as well. Earlier, Doha Accord was signed between US and Taliban for the withdrawal of US army by April-May of 2021. So US has agreed to completely withdraw its troops from Afghanistan by May and April next year 2021. So India is very much worried about its assets and investments in Afghanistan, as India has already made investment of more than 3 billion US dollar in Afghanistan. And since Taliban is known for carrying out activities against India, and Taliban has proximity with Pakistan, so India has to worry about this issue, and India is continuously watching the developments in Doha talks. Earlier in 2016, I told you that Salma Dam was constructed by India across Hari River, which is in Herat province, and the dam is also called as Afghan-India Friendship Dam. Next question: WHO ranks India in terms of organ donation at. So India has been ranked at 3rd in this list, while Spain leads in organ donation, and with 12,666 organs transplanted in 2019, India ranked 3rd in the world as per the WHO Global Observatory on Donation and Transplantation in terms of organ donation. National Organ Donation Day was celebrated on 27th of November by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. And you can also join into our monthly current affairs test series. These are the subjects for which the questions or the test for each month remain divided. And the test covers not only of your current portions but also try to cover your static portions or applied nature of questions. Since I was not present for last few days, I was not able to upload the test of previous month, but I will upload it very soon. And these are the 3 plans. You can subscribe to either of the plan. The first plan is for 1 month, the second plan is for 3 months, and the third plan is for 6 months. And after subscribing, don't forget to send your confirmation here at pointstudent2020@gmail.com, and the link for subscription will be provided in the comment section below as well as in the description box of the video. Next question: which became the first Arab country to generate electricity from coal? So it is UAE. So here C is right answer. The coal plant Hassan is to be set up in Dubai at 3.4 billion US dollar, and the capacity of this plant Hassan is 600 megawatt. Next question now, important question. Consider the following statements about National Agricultural Cooperative Marketing Federation of India Limited. So it is a procurement as well as a marketing agencies for agriculture products in India. This is correct. It was founded on 2nd of October 1958. This is also correct. and it is registered under Multi-State Cooperative Societies Act 2002. This is also correct. So anything or any organization which has been established on 2nd of October automatically becomes important, though it has lot of other importance as well. But since it was established on 2nd of October, again it is very important because it is the anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. So you have to remember this date as well as this year, and it is registered under Multi-State Cooperative Societies Act 2002. So here all of these options are correct. So D is the right answer. And it organize, promote and develop marketing, processing and storage of agriculture, horticulture and forest products. Why it was in news? Because Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare has virtually inaugurated the Honey Farmer Produce Organization Program of the National Agriculture Cooperative Marketing Federation of India Limited, in short called as NAFED. NAFED has initiated the formation and promotion of FPOs of beekeepers and honey collectors in 5 states of India. These 5 states include Eastern Champaran in Bihar, MP. In MP, it is being set up in Morena. Then Rajasthan. In Rajasthan, it is Bharatpur, and then UP. In UP, it is Mathura, and in West Bengal, it is going to be set up in Sundarbans. And the first honey FPO has been registered in the state of Madhya Pradesh under National Beekeeping and Honey Mission. Next question now. Which is the world's most connected city in the world as per the International Air Transport Association? So it is Shanghai. Shanghai city of China has become the world's most connected city during the times of COVID-19. So here D is the right answer. Along with Shanghai, 3 other cities has emerged from China, which are Beijing, Chengdu and Guangzhou. Earlier London was the most connected city in the world, but now it has been pushed downward to 8th, and Beijing, Guangzhou, Chengdu, Chicago, Shenzhen, Los Angeles were at 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th places respectively. Next question now. Consider the following statements about Pragati. Let's see. It aims to provide proactive governance and timely implementation of projects. This is correct, and it was launched in 2015. This is also correct. So basically it is a platform through which the PMO directly observes and overlooks the implementation of the projects for its timely implementation. So here both of these options are correct, so C is the right answer. And this platform uses video conferencing, digital data management and geospatial technology. It was designed by the Prime Minister's office in collaboration with National Informatics Center, and Prime Minister Modi has recently chaired the 33rd Pragati interaction. During the meeting, project worth of rupees 1.41 lakh crores were reviewed, and these projects were taken up by DPIIT, Department for Promotion of Industries and Internal Trade, Ministry of Railways, Power Minister, Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. Next question, again very important. Consider the following statements about US President's pardoning power. Pardoning power मतलब कि क्षमा करना. Let's see what is this power. The President of US has the constitutional right to pardon or commute sentences related to federal crimes. This statement is correct. So just like President of India has pardoning power, similar to that, President of US has also pardoning power. However, the nature of this power differs. The US Supreme Court has held that this power is granted without limit and cannot be restricted by Congress. This is also correct. So here this option is also correct. So here again C is the right answer. But how the nature is different? See, in US, the President of United States is not answerable for his pardons and does not have to provide a reason for issuing one. However, in India, the President cannot exercise the pardoning power by his own. He has to act on the aid and advice of Council of Ministers, chaired by Prime Minister. Why pardoning power is in news? Because recently US President Donald Trump has exercised his power under the Constitution to pardon Michael Flynn, his former NSA, who had twice pleaded guilty to lying to the FBI. And Article 72, as I said, Article 72 of the Indian Constitution provides that Indian President shall have the power to grant pardons, reprieves, respites, or remissions of punishment, or to suspend, remit, or commute the sentence of any person convicted of any offense where the sentence is a sentence of death. So here, even death sentence can be absolved by the president, but that has to be decided on the aid and advice of cabinet chaired by or headed by Prime Minister himself. Next question now. Information Management and Analysis Center. It is located in Gurgaon. So here D is the right answer. It was set up in 2014 and it is the nodal center for maritime security information collation and dissemination. It is the cornerstone of National Command Control Communication and Intelligence Network for monitoring maritime traffic in India's area of interest. But the most important point is that it is jointly operated by Navy and Coast Guard and it tracks only non-military or commercial ships. Please appreciate this fact that it tracks only non-military, not military or commercial ships, while the military ships are tracked by Directorate of Naval Operations, and these military ships are also called as grey hull ships and non-military ships are called as white shipping. Why it was in news? Because on 12th of anniversary of 26/11 attacks, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh has said that Indian Navy, Indian Coast Guard and Maritime Police have prepared a 3-tier security cover in the coastal areas of the country. And if you have found the video useful till now, then do press the like button and do share the video with your friends and loved ones. Next question now. Which European country is going to ban accent-based discrimination, which is called as la glottophobie? So la glottophobie, which is accent-based discrimination, is going to be banned in France. So here B is the right answer. Recently, a new bill has been passed in France to ban this accent-based discrimination. It was approved with 98 votes against 3 and it spurred a lively debate in the lower house of the French parliament. If this bill is passed, the new law will make linguistic discrimination a criminal offense along with sexism, racism and other forms of outlawed bigotry. Next question now. International Day of Solidarity with Palestinian people is observed on, this is actually the 10th question, I have marked it incorrectly. The 10th question is International Day of Solidarity with the Palestinian people is observed on. So it is observed on 29th of November. So here B is the right answer. It was in 1977 when General Assembly has called for the annual observance of this day as International Day of Solidarity with the Palestinian people. Why this day was chosen? Because on this very day in 1947, the Assembly adopted a resolution on the partition of the Palestine. What is the status of Palestine? See, Palestine is recognized officially as the State of Palestine by United Nations and other entities. Palestine claims that its part of territory includes West Bank. This is a West Bank which is marked here with orange color, and Gaza Strip. Here is the Gaza Strip bordering between Egypt and Israel. So Palestine says that its territory includes West Bank, which is under the occupation of Israel after the 6-day Arab-Israel war, and then it includes Gaza Strip. Its capital is Jerusalem and Ramallah at present is the administrative center of Palestine. Now let's see some more points in news. Recently, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change has launched the India Climate Change Knowledge Portal. What is the objective of this portal? The portal will help in disseminating knowledge among citizens about all major steps the government is taking at the both national and international level to address climate change issues. So I hope you find the video useful. Do like and do share the video. Subscribe and press the bell icon. We'll meet again in the next video. Until then, stay safe and thanks for watching.